Bayu too. This is Bayu here. I'm sorry that I've not been filming a video because I was kind of busy and my producer was kind of busy too. But look what I have right here. This is dried up pinto beans that I bought in bulk at the supermarket because I wanted to try. But the problem is, as you can see, I overcook it. I let it soak in water overnight. It was almost a pound and a half. And then I boiled it for almost 2 hours. It was too much. And then I put it in the oven. Not the key was keep it warm, and I kept it there for a few hours. So if you're going to put it in the oven at 200, don't boil it for 2 hours. You boil it for maybe an hour and then put it in the oven to dry the beans out, because this process is real easy. If I can do it, you can do it. Now, why do I dry this up? Because this is real easy. You get with your hand a handful and put it in the soup, or mix it with noodles. Now, why do I have to show you this? The Mexican type of noodle. There's 3 bags right here, guys. 1, 2, 3. It's $1. 33 cents a piece. Even in Walmart. So why is it that I'm showing you this? Because the situation is getting very complicated, guys. Now, if you hate noodles, this is from my part of the world, quinoa. Half a cup of this, you don't need to eat meat. It has all the minerals. You don't believe me? Go one of the, oh, even Walmart has it. Go to a little bit more expensive. This is about $3.40 a pound. I read all the minerals on the bottom. You will not go wrong. Now, I got these 2 things that I bought recently. I like to put it in plastic bottles because they last longer than the Mylar bag, and you can look at it too. Okay. These are called Peruvian beans. They are a little bit more expensive, about $1.30 on the pound. But also, I don't know what the gods did to South America, but they gave us all the good stuff. This right here has twice the most protein as pinto beans, Peruvian beans. You can find in even in Kroger, guys. I know I don't work for Kroger. I don't own stocks in Kroger, but that's the store, the #1 store in the USA. Okay, so let's be honest with that. And here, I like to watch Russian prepper Lars, my Danish guy, and so I finally got my producer crazy, and she got upset because I sent it in a suicide mission trying to get this CRAP. She found it, and guys, this has no flavor. Maybe for the Europeans are good. First of all, it doesn't have the same minerals. Quinoa doesn't have the same minerals as the Peruvian bean. Doesn't have even half of the minerals of the pinto bean. So this is just to fill space in your stomach. Protein-wise, mineral-wise, it doesn't cut it. The Mexican cheap has noodle that has more protein. You don't believe it? Read it back. Now, why do I need to tell you about these dry beans and quinoa and Peruvian beans and buckwheat? Because the situation is getting very complicated, guys. Oh, before I move over to the next subject, we have caldo de tomate, Noor bouillon. We have the German competition, Maggi, German or Switzerland, not Sweden, Switzerland, right? Same crap, same language, same company. Or the Puerto Rican, Sazon Goya pork, Sazon Goya vegetables, with anato or chote in Spanish. So if you are European, Northern European, and like this, go ahead and flavor it with pork, shrimp, caldo de res or bouillon beef soup, or chicken and tomato soup. So basically what I'm saying is, if you're stacking the stuff and you don't have seasoning to flavor you, blend the stuff. I call it flat stuff. I know the proper word is blend, but it doesn't taste like nothing. This doesn't taste like anything. So you have to position it, guys. Maybe that's, if you put this, you don't need salt. It's already salt included. If you like spices, maybe a little bit of cayenne pepper or the Mexican crushed red peppers. But with this and half a cup of these or half a cup of these or half a cup of these, you have a nice meal, guys. Now let's go back to the situation. My Russian brothers, yes. How can I explain this to you? You know the Mexican billionaire Carlos Salinas has been pushing for the Mexican to convert or to create the silver peso, meaning a pure silver coin made out of peso, but it's not going to be in everyday circulation, but it's a way to secure your money. You change the Mexican peso, you buy the silver peso, and you save it. So this is more like accumulation of profit. And instead of buying stocks that could be worthless, or buying U.S. Treasury bills that everybody's dumping that stuff all over the place and fast, all of a sudden the Russians talk to the Mexicans and say, hey guys, sell us your gold and we're going to make a coin. We are going to create the ruble silver. How in heaven that happens, I don't know. But they just went into the news about 3 days ago, Friday, today is Sunday. So the Russians say, okay, you're going to sell us the silver, and if you want to, you can have our Russian ruble silver, just for nothing, just nominal fee for the actual stamping and the production. So you don't have to make it if you don't want to, but you can get our ruble, big ruble, silver ruble. So guys, if you don't understand what's going on because you don't have a college education or you're not into the business of management, the world, the Iranians, the Japanese, the South Koreans, the Russians, the Germans, the French, the Turkish, the Iraqis, the Syrians did a long time ago, the Libyans, I mean, the Brazilians, Venezuelans, a little bit of Ecuadorians, a little bit of Peru, they get a rating of the US dollar. So it will not be a reserve currency longer. And this Mickey Mouse idea that Canada, US, and Mexico are going to put together their resources and make the, what is the name that I was talking? It's stupid. Point blank is stupid because the Mexicans are not going to surrender their wealth. The Canadians are not going to do the same when we have our commander in Twitter screwing with everybody else and imposing tariff. No, a tariff is the mean of destroy the enemy without shooting a bullet or a round or explosive, okay? Tariff is designed to do that. That's why nobody in the world, one with the right mind, use tariff anymore because it's a lose-lose situation. Look at what's happening right now with some companies in the USA. They have to close. The nails. I don't have a nail over here to show you. The biggest US nail company. I had to close down the shop and drop from 400 or so employees down to 65 employees because all the long-term sales have stopped. It's cheaper to buy Chinese nail with the tariff than to buy the USA made nail. So if you're smart, if you listen to what people is talking about, getting radio that worthless US dollar, because guys, I don't care if you want to defend it or call me names or whatever. If the world is getting rid of the dollar, you should do it too. Buy silver or get you in the northern money. Change it to British pounds, euro, you have problems. Maybe even Chinese won. Maybe you have problems. Maybe even Mexican pesos a little bit if you're in the southwest. Or Canadian man if you're in the northwest or northeast. But the deal is, don't have it in your bank. Bury it in your backyard or try to have the minimum amount in the bank just in case something happens. Banking holidays like it had done already. I tell you, Argentina, Ecuador, and Cyprus. So don't tell me, oh, they're never going to close the bank. They already did it. Argentina in the 80s, Ecuador in the late 80s, and Cyprus. Thanks to the Russians that saved Cyprus because the Russian went, you give all that money to the Russian, the rich guys, or we go over there and send the Navy, one of the two. So the Cyprus government, not the Turkish, but the Greeks, part of the island had to get the money to the Russians because they had to open the bank. The IMF is now completely out of whack. So it's time to secure I saw a program with this hunter, with two guys that deal with money managers. I mean, in the millions, and one guy in the billion. He was making fun. Oh, you stupid people making fun of the preppers, but the preppers got the brains to know what's going to happen and be ready. All these idiots that call the preppers no-brainer. Guess what? Now they had to run and get the stuff ready because they know that it's coming. It's a matter of time, guys. It's a matter of time. Oh, by the way, if the Russian, Chinese, Filipino El Presidente Duterte is kind of funny. It was in the press on Monday. Get your F-16 is a utterly worthless piece of equipment because they need helicopters, not jet, to fight the local terrorists up in the mountains in the southern part of Philippines. Even if a third world president tells you in your face the problem, you know that we have an issue that they're not addressing in Washington. I'm glad that Mr. McCain kicked the bucket because I was scared of him. He's some guy that can get us in a war for nothing, for free. So guys, remember, go to the Mexican store, $3, $4. They last maybe 9, 10, 12 months, no problem. It's a good meal. Beans, any kinds of dry beans. So don't get it too read the date because the older they are, the harder they get, and it takes a long time to boil them. The Wonder Food, quinoa. It's not expensive. Or you can pre-cook the beans so you don't have to spend 2 hours dealing with it. Okay guys, thank you for watching. I'll talk to you later. Behave. Let's go back to the news. Business news.